Hello, I'm excited to be with you today, and I was asked to share a few thoughts about why ARIIX. As many of you know, or some of you might not know, I just joined the company about 5 or 6 weeks ago, and I have about 25 years experience in the industry. I've seen a lot of companies, I've been with a number of companies, and I've seen a lot of messages out there, and so people are asking me, why ARIIX? And I would say I break it down to 5 things. And 5 simple things. Number 1 is the mission and vision of the company. I was very impressed with ARIIX's mission and vision. The idea of being the opportunity company, of being disruptive by design. The industry has become a little stagnant in my opinion, and I think that a company that wants to set out to be disruptive, to create something unique and different and to draw people's attention is important, but also more importantly is the way that they treat distributors or representatives, the way that this relationship has got to be number 1. And so many companies talk about it that way, but I've had to stand up in meetings and actually leave the meeting because they start talking about representatives as necessary evils or assets instead of as people with lives and families, and that has always bothered me. I love the way that the executives and the owners of this company set this company up with a Bill of Rights that defines what this relationship looks like. So in a nutshell, number 1, vision and mission. Number 2 is the owners. Having 7 different owners that are all alphas, they all have their own opinions, their own energy, their own passion and experience for certain things. Gives it balance. It's a double-edged sword because everybody's always got their own opinion, and yes, there's some of these kind of debates involved, but the reality is at the end when they align, they move forward in one concert, with one voice. And yet one owner can't determine the fate of the company. They couldn't wake up one day and say, I think we're going to go this way. And I've seen that happen more than a few times with executives and owners, and the fact that these owners are executives, there's a checks and balance there, and that's powerful. Plus, the way that they, again, treat the distributors, the conversations that happen in meeting rooms and in hallways about the lives of your lives and your family's lives and what that means. That to me is really ultimately the number 1 thing. Number 3 is the products. Products are very interesting because I believe that there's a lot of great products out there. A lot of companies will say, this is our product, it's the best, that's all you need. I've never believed that. There's too many great products being manufactured out there. So how do you differentiate yourself? And we have such a high commitment to the efficacy, scientifically backed efficacy, and the ingredients that are in these products. So that's what I think is the differentiating factor, is our branding philosophy of being diverse, unique. There's many things that you can get excited about. Yes, there are some flagship products as well, and our transformation stories will prove that out. But there's a checks and balance in the products. But yet there's a philosophy of quality, a commitment to quality and efficacious formulas. So that's number 3. Number 4 is the compensation plan. I've been involved with a number of companies that have professed to have a payout of 50%. The reality is, sometimes you don't know this, but many companies say they pay a certain percentage. In reality, they don't. That's just it's a kind of a little known fact in the industry. To me, the most important things about a compensation plan are, number 1, are they fair and equitable and balanced? Meaning, there's only 3 places a compensation plan can pay. In the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. I know that sounds really deep, but in the beginning to keep people excited about getting involved, in the middle to keep them engaged through the process, and in the back end, that has to be that once-in-a-lifetime earning opportunity that keeps people really the dream alive in the industry. Our plan is fair, it's equitable, it's balanced, and yet it pays exactly what it says it paid. The first day I was sitting down in the office, I went to the controller and I asked him, I said, show me your balance sheet and your financial statements. I want to see where we pay commissions. The reality is we pay 50 cents on every dollar. That is a fact. And that differentiates us from the industry. Plus we have that balancing, the auto balance pay to ensure that you get maximum payout for you. That's so new in the industry. That brings me to number 5. And to me, this is the motivator, it's the urgency, and that is the timing. And we heard in a message from Mark Wilson that we are a $210 million company approximately in 2018, up from about $180 million last year, and yet nobody has heard of us. You can go anywhere in the world and walk down the street and 99.9% of the people don't even know who ARIIX is. It's like the quietest $200 million company you know out there. Everybody wants to be involved with a startup company. Well, they think they want to, because it has this ultimate potential. Well, potential's great, but it's always balanced by risk. I come from a financial services background, risk to reward, and usually the highest amount of reward potential comes with the highest amount of risk. That is not a place to put your reputation, your time, your relationships at risk to. And so what you want really is an opportunity that hasn't hit its main stride yet, but that has some years and some volume as a base. So you've got a 7-year-old company, you've got a $200 million company that's really like a startup because it really hasn't hit its stride yet. That to me screams opportunity. So again, the 5 reasons: mission, vision of the company, the owners of the company, their philosophy and who they are. Number 3, the products and product philosophy. Number 4, compensation plan. Number 5, the timing, opportunity.